First, I'm going to do the top. We're going to wet it down. I'm going to do what's called a uniform layer, just on the top. Okay, and we're going to take 1 inch off. Okay, so I'm pulling it out at that angle from the skull. You see, I'm pulling it out towards the front. If I pulled it all out the same direction, then the haircut wouldn't be even because the head is round. So we're going to start off pulling it out for the front, and then we're going to pull it up. Imagine he had electric shock and all his hair stood up. You can see in front of the mirror what line you're getting there. That's your guide. Just taking a cut off. That's your guide for the rest of the cut. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to find that guide, and we're pulling it slightly out more. And cut again. Again, pulling it out and putting the comb in between my thumb and finger. I'm taking about 1 inch off. Okay, take the comb. My finger's nice and straight here. I've got the guide. Putting the comb in between my finger and thumb, and then along that straight line, I'm cutting that straight line where the guide is. I'm pulling out the different angles till I get to around the top there where the crown is. Okay, then I'm going to take all the hair forwards again. Probably give it another wet. Now we've done that middle part there. If you imagine this top part being a horseshoe shape, comb that down, bring that round, horseshoe. So we've got a horseshoe here, horseshoe. That's the part that we're working on. We've done the middle of the horseshoe, and we're going to take the guide from that first bit that we cut at the front middle, pulling out at the same angle that we did before, but we're over to one side and cutting at slight angle, and that's the guide. We're going to meet the guide on the left and use the guide from the front. The guide that we've been cutting across here, that's our guide for the centre, and the guide that we've just cut from the front. Once you've done it a few times, it'll become natural, and you'll forget exactly what it is you're doing, but you'll know you can walk away, come back, or somebody else can continue this cut by finding the guide that you left off. Okay, and we're just stopping just at the crown there. So the left hand side of the horseshoe, we're doing exactly the same. Find the guide in the middle, cut the front, start our own guide on the left hand side, but following that middle length as well at a slight angle, because the head isn't flat at the top, angled slightly, yeah. I'm just going to come around with the scissors, freehand, just take it away from the eyebrows. Now we're going to work on the sides. And we can follow that guide that we've just had there. If it's long hair, he's got fairly long hair, so I think we'll be able to get our fingers in there. That part on the top was all uniform, it's all the same length. This is going to be graduation. Just want to move the hair from that horseshoe away, and I'm going to meet our guide at the top, and I'm going to cut at an angle. See that angle there? That's our next guide. This isn't going all the way down, because down the bottom here is going to be a grade 2. We're going to blend it into this. I'm going to scissor over comb this part. I'm just following the shape of the head